Authority or TESDA, Dr. Aldrin Darilag, Commissioner of CHED, Dr. Perfecto Alibin, Commissioner of CHED, Dr. Rosana Ordaneta, TESDA Deputy Director General for Policies and Planning, Dr. Marisa Legaspi, Executive Director of TESDA, Ms. Chardin Timbaste, Division Chief of the Program Development Division of the Planning Office of TESDA, Attorney Cinderella Filipina Benitez Haro, Executive Director of CHED and also the Executive Director of the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education or UNIFAST, Dr. Nelson Cainghog, Director of the Office of Planning and Research and Knowledge Management of CHED, Dr. Cor Cabanilla, Chief of Staff of the Office of the CHED Chairperson, Dr. Tirso Ronquillo, President of the Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges or PASUC, Attorney Joseph Noel Estrada, Managing Director and Legal Counsel of the Coordinating Council of Private Educational Associations or COCOPEA, Dr. Raimundo Arcega, Executive Director of the Association of Local Colleges and Universities or ALCU, and he is also the President of the Association of Local Colleges and Universities Commission on Accreditation or ALCU-COA, Dr. Caroline Marian Enriquez, President of the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities or PACU, and President and Chief Executive Officer of Our Lady of Fatima University. Ms. Joyce Samaniego, Executive Director of PACU, Father Jose Gualberto Villasis, Trustee of the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines or CEAP, and he is also the President of Aklan Catholic University. Mr. Anthony Tamayo, President of the University of Perpetual Help, and he is also connected with PACU, and Ms. Patricia Dalmas of the Technical Vocational Schools Association of the Philippines or TEVSAPHIL, and Mr. Andre Abalos, also of TEVSAPHIL, are now trying to get in. So that's all for now, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Honorable the Director General of the TESDA, Honorable Isidro Sidla Peña, and as far as the Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges, we have also Dr. Tirso Ronquillo from the COCOPEA. This is the Coordinating Council of Private Educational Associations, Dr. or Attorney Noel Erap Estrada, but I think he's not here, and he will be replaced by our friend from COCOPEA, Dr. Alan Arellano, or Director Alan Arellano, of course from the ALCU-COA. This is the Association of Local Colleges and Universities Commission on Accreditation, Dr. Raimundo Arcega. Of course, we have other resource persons who were earlier introduced. We will also ask them as we discuss the status and the many things that we would like to do for the higher and technical education in the country. At this point, I would like to call on Professor, my good friend Popoy De Vera, the chairperson of the Commission on Higher and Technical Higher Education.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the members of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education. With me in the commission are two commissioners, Commissioner Darilag and Alibin, the Executive Director of CHED and the OIC Executive Director of UNIFAS, Attorney Cindy Haro, and Director Nelson Cainghog of the Planning Office, and of course, Director Cabanilla, who is my Chief of Staff. I have a PowerPoint presentation. May I request that the PowerPoint now be put so that I could make the status report of the commission as far as COVID-19 is concerned? Thank you very much. Next slide, please. Okay, I have organized the status report on higher education into four main areas. The issues and challenges in higher education as far as the commission and its regional offices are concerned. The second one is the impact of COVID-19 on higher education students. The third one is the impact of COVID on public universities, and finally, private universities. As far as public and private universities are concerned, I will not go into detail because we have Cocopea who will discuss the status for private universities, and PASOK is here for public universities. Next, please. As far as the CHED Central and Regional offices are concerned, the response of the Commission was to shift to a home and skeletal workforce immediately upon imposition of ECQ and maximize the use of technology to continue meetings. We have continued to do commission and bank sessions every week, and sessions also with the regional offices and the state universities and colleges and private and colleges, either led by me, the individual commissioners, or with the commission. The regional offices would be the anchor of the COVID response as far as higher education institutions are concerned, to gather data, to disseminate information, and respond to complaints from students at the ground. I immediately issued advisories every time that the president will conduct a press con, and upon the issuance of an executive order, to put into detail what the higher education institutions should do as far as the ECQ is concerned, and other components of the decision of the president. Next, please. I have continued to participate in the IATF to make sure that higher education issues are included in the discussions, and reported the activities of the Commission and the higher education institutions to the President, and these have been incorporated in the report of the President to the Oversight Committee of Congress. All the weekly reports of the President to the Oversight Committee included reports coming from the Commission. So this is done every week. The major problem encountered by the Commission and its regional offices is the different across the whole country. Some regional offices have been able to maximize technology. Others have not been able to maximize it. And our meetings sometimes drag a little longer than expected because of technology issues. What we have realized in the Commission is that the Commission, just like most agencies of government, not just here but in other countries, is not fully prepared for business continuity and contingency planning. The imposition of work from home has been difficult to implement successfully because many of the activities of the Commission continue to require manpower in the central office and in the regional offices. So this is the Commission will take serious action in the following months. Next, please. For students, the problem of students as incorporated in their demand, which was posted online, I think the members of Congress got this. The media has picked this up. is basically to request the stopping of online classes, the call to end the semester, the call to stop collecting fees, mass promotion, and the request to refund tuition fees. Unfortunately, some of these demands of the students are not within the jurisdiction of the commission, and therefore I have issued statements that this cannot be acted by the commission because they are outside of our jurisdiction. I think the demands of the students is really born out of the disruption in their day-to-day lives, their difficulty with online connectivity, and their frustration of not being able to continue their learning during the period of quarantine. Next, please. The other issue, the issue as far as the students are concerned, are mainly